him personally. So we're going to be looking at 100 Thieves versus mousesports, Inferno, Dust to Nuke, and we're going to be doing it with Henry G and Machine.
Thank you so very much, Trace. Back into the action and back into Inferno. We just saw Na'Vi secure a spot in the playoffs, and now it's time to see whether 100 Thieves can get this mousesports off their back. Haven't found the victory versus them before. See if this... Ooh, damn, Frozen started with a bang, and that Liaz willing to take that duel. Does see Frozen put down low HP, and Christian, where's his health gone? It's Azza to take it from him. Rops has the bomb in his sights.
Well, a very explosive start there. Great shot from Gratisfaction. Will take Rops to just 1 HP. Carrigan popping off with a 5-7 as well. It's currently sat in a 4 versus 2 in favor of mousesports. Aggression down towards middle. A lot of teams try out, but this one, a very successful campaign. Gratisfaction recovers the bomb at least. We're joined by Azza. They still have 2 smokes and flashbangs. This is not a foregone conclusion considering 3 players are very low HP.
Yeah, and they're going to actually group up, which looks like they've been given time to do so. They are going to be quite the threat. Woxic is a good chance for Mouse, though. Survival more important than the frag at this point, and he knows it, just tucks away after the first shot. Gets the information, a repeat, a risky one, but Azza misses his shots. Chances starting to dwindle for the 2 remaining Thieves. A smoke and a flash, though. Armor's on Grat. You're going to want to see the body shots on him. Quick reaction from Azza. Oh,
here we go.
Unchecked. They're going for it. What was 2v4, now 2v2, 2v1. It's all coming up trump. Azza has made quite a statement into Inferno. 4 kills to his name. And he's got a chance at the 5th as well. Gratisfaction's holding the smoke push. He should have a chance, and it's his Grat to finish. 100 Thieves have done it in the pistol.
Well, there we have it. We said there was a chance, and it's Azza to capitalize upon it. Low HP on the bomb site, a missed shot from the graveyard. It does enable 100 Thieves to get back into it. A 4-on-2 situation. That's pretty historic at this stage of the tournament as well. Azza finds a low HP. They tried at the crossfire. That was the moment. Robs hits that shot. There's probably going to be their round. Boxer goes down, and leaving Carrigan in the 2-on-1 there. Has to be the force buy for mousesports now, the Desert Eagles and the MP9. As we see 3 rifles for 100 Thieves there, a couple of MAC-10s. What a way to kick things off here. The Counter-Strike has been exceptional today.
We are cooking. You see the nades being held. I'm intrigued to know if they get the timing right on this one. They have to wait for the sound cue that they've crossed the half wall. Nothing's been given, and so they hold their nerve, hold their pins. Very difficult round to win, despite the advantage being 100 Thieves' way. Woxic anti-flash gives him a chance to do some damage with the MP9, but it's the Jacob Galil that will draw first blood. Rops solo on A now, and he's sitting on that balcony. 100 Thieves have yet to commit, though, and that's giving lots of time for Carrigan to get his ducks in a row.
Rops the Desert Eagle. Very, very efficient with the weapon. Carrigan smoke towards Library. See if Robs can strike first there. Looks good for him. There it is. Doesn't get the headshot, but enough body shots to take down JKS. 3 players, 100 Thieves, make their way towards the arc side. They're going for a wrap here, certainly, with a player towards quad. That's confirmed. Great shot from Robs. The second of the round. Frozen chiming in as well. This force buy could work out for mousesports now. 30 seconds on the clock. Bomb goes down. They know Robs is towards the apartments. No kit available. Azza and Liaz equipped with the AK and MAC-10 respectively.
Azza, he could save his team 2 rounds in a row, left standing with health and the armored AK. 2 members of Mouse crippled already. Mops has done so much, but I just think his time is up. It's going to come down to this long push to Galil's, Chris J and Frozen. The Dutchman's the healthy one, and already Frozen's fallen through the smoke. Azza gets another. Liaz, he knows where Chris J is. He's not ready and hits the shot. Another for 100 Thieves, but right down to the wire, right down to the 1v1.
Yeah, great effort there from mousesports, but Azza and Liaz getting it done there. Lucky to get a nice little kill through the smoke, and we'll find ourselves with surely the full eco for mousesports. I do see a Deagle purchased by Rops. He gets some Kevlar as well. He got a bit more extra money than his teammates due to those couple of kills he found. Round 3 coming up. They've got 3 smokes, 1 HE. A little bit more than you'd expect, but they feel like they did a significant damage. I just want to see if they can get a few more kills as they send 3 players towards the B side of the map. Carrigan, Christian, Frozen. Gratisfaction will help himself towards the top of Banana. Molotov with the barrels. Bomb down T-spawn. Just want to establish basic control here. Sandbag's always a big question mark, as we've seen in that previous matchup.
Yeah. God. Oh, now I'm getting flashbacks. soon as that leaves Jacob's hands, it's the go. Perhaps not, though, considering the state of affairs with the CTs. Oh my god, that nade, close to 200 damage. Liaz, however, gets one. Grat into the site as well. The flashes have all connected, and therefore just one CT with his vision and his health remaining towards B. Frozen. Oh my goodness, Grat was low. Walked through the crosshairs, and the bullets won't connect, but this round will be a 100 Thieves converting their pistol victory.
Yes, 3-0. Absolutely confirmed. They've had to fight for this as well. These were not easy rounds to pick up. Recovering a 4-on-2 situation, moving things up. Numbers were low in their second round as well. Defend off the force buy. And this one with that massive HE grenade landing at their doorstep. Flashes were decent as well. They still have 4 players alive here. And it's mousesports is looking for exit kills at this point.
Where do you go if you're 100 Thieves? No real option safe. You want to go together, that's for sure. It's going to be Rops holding Banana. They run into him. Woxic's already took one rifle away and a second in the flashed Gratisfaction. Rops will happily collect that. In fact, he wants to try and find another, but still 3-0, 100 Thieves, probably no complaints there, and Kassad asking for the timeout. He wants to get the first words in before the weapon round start.
Yeah, I think that's wise. It's a massive round here. It's always a little bit strange in this current meta and this finance system, knowing that they won't have absolutely everything after the force buy, for example. So you've got a few residual weapons, maybe some MAC-10, some Galols within your ranks as well. It's always nice to do a quick execution on these sort of rounds, or an unexpected approach here, and see if you can exploit any of the compromises mousesports have had to make in this particular round here. So raging behind mousesports as well, discussing their options. They've managed to recover at Galil, which does raise the economy somewhat. No AWP coming out just yet for Voxic. Now, he's got to be one of the hottest AWPers on the CD side of Inferno. The stuff he can do with that sniper rifle, it doesn't matter where he is on the map or what range it's at. One of the fastest and most explosive AWPers we have in the game right now. So it's the Galil for Carrigan. Timeout comes to an end. One Krieg in the hands of 100 Thieves. That's for JKS.
Into apartments. Cautious to commit the bomb up there. Makes sense. Grat removes the bomb and catches some explosives of a different ilk, this time from the hands of the mousesports players. Limited utility, so these duels are just a matter of time. Woxic is in a prime position to check this. JKS in support for the balcony peak. Rops is there. Here we go. Into the site, good dink. Woxic's waiting for Frozen to come online. Rops does get neutralized, and now the bomb's loose. Woxic doing everything he can on this site, and that's phenomenal. A double kill, and perhaps a third. Gratisfaction falls and puts it all onto Azza. He hasn't got the health to really make any impact here. The pre-fire wasn't far off, but Woxic, he's jiggling with him, giving him the chance.
Oof. Okay then, that was a real nice sequence from Voxic there. M4 in hand, you can see how precise his aim is as well. That high sensitivity, just flinging around, dodging flashbangs, and absolutely punishing the 100 Thieves there. 3-1. We'll see if the money's there for 100 Thieves to buy it once again. Swings at the right time here, and nothing but perfection at this point. Voxic very well handled. The third kill was my favorite here. Just absolutely snaps on the head. Perfect recoil control. And we'll see ourselves get into round number 5 here. Money, compromise after so many close rounds here. So 2 Kriegs, 3 pistols. It is a full investment here. Jacob with the Krieg from T-steps, looking to see if anyone will challenge. Frozen has picked up a Krieg on the CT side as well. AK-47 for Carrigan, who has had an impressive tournament. The last few months, actually. He's looked solid individually.
Yeah, no doubt. Our analysts considering Jacob to be someone that has to step up to the 100 Thieves machine to vie against these world-class Tier 1 opposition. Unfortunately for the Thieves, the 2 riflers into this one have managed to take some significant damage early. There is a chance if they wanted to consider it. Should one of them fall, Liaz does have the backup Kevlar to make that rifle still relevant. gathering their forces now towards Banana. There's a time limit on this before the CTs start getting inquisitive on A.
40 seconds remain. Not much of an execution towards B available, Alex. Great smoke. We've talked about the power of that around the 30-second mark. You can't really justify busting through because you have gray screens, you get mowed down. Wants to play here. Just as it starts to dissipate, they'll probably just flash through without smokes. They don't want to telegraph it too much. Another smoke going down. This is brutal. 100 Thieves, they just have to go through it and hope for the best. The flashbang's effective. They have got through the smoke wall here, but Chris J, he is the final boss of the bomb site. He's got the Galil in hand, waiting for a flashbang for his teammate. It could work out perfectly. Flashbang connects, and they have no idea. What? Why don't they know where he is?
Chris J with the ace! He tapped the first two heads, and they go completely unchecked for the next three.
He just killed two in plain open sight, and they have no idea he's there.
It could be a miscomm. They might have just said coffins. That's where you typically die from. He taps those heads.
They were blind. There we go.
Carrigan's flash. And there's the second one. They're all looking towards coffins. Backs turned, and oh, brutality. Chris J. From 2 kills to 7. In the 6th round we go. And a full eco as 100 Thieves are given a nice round of getting stomped to think about what they've done.
Well, well, well. Chris J can't believe his luck. Galil's actually working out very nicely for him there. And we got a full eco, 400 Thieves, Glocks across the board. $1,000, that's about it. Nice shot from Voxic.
Knife out from Azza. Couple of shots from those M4s, but it's Chris J to once again line them up. And so we equalize. 3 initially from the 100 Thieves, and it is right straight back from mousesports. They've even managed to keep 4 players alive in the one before, 5 in this one. They're going to start, should they convert this one cleanly, really going to start running away with all those extra funds.
We'll see if that comes through. Money's starting to get very promising. You're right. We'll see if mousesports now want to adjust anything. They've got the AUG for Carrigan. A couple of Kriegs in the mix there as well. As we get into round 7. Money's still weak for 100 Thieves. Couple of Galils there. Not the end of the world, but far from ideal. Azza without a helmet. And in terms of the initial approach, on top towards barrels. And, well, Leaz will get a lot more than he bargained for there. The flashbang HE combo right down to the bottom will take him out.
This is nice from Carrigan. That deep smoke's going to keep him guessing. Speculative shots from Woxic will not connect, and instead, this pack animal makes its way towards short. All 4 of them gathered towards the brackets. But this mousesports hold, it's been pretty much bread and butter. This is how they've done it. Chris J longside. He's got Frozen now in support. After Carrigan calling long clear, re-smoking deep banana, he knows that this T side is only going to be one side. And Molotov will force Chris J to retreat just a little bit.
Opening kill for mousesports, but here comes the commitment. 100 Thieves make their way up towards quad, but Rob's got such a great position here. Just needs the vision, an opportunity to pull the trigger, and he has a couple of frags available to him. There's the first, second comes through, and he has actually given them the advantage still. We have a player on towards a bomb site. That's going to be Chris J. Krieg in hand, just tucking himself in towards the back. It's JKS and Gratisfaction have to try and fight their way out of this one. Oh my goodness, it's a haymaker from Gratisfaction as Carrigan left in a 2-on-1 now. No kit available, spots one towards the pit, smoking him out.
From Haymaker to Kingmaker, Carrigan. He's got mousesports here now, looking to secure a round for them. 1 versus 2, great crossfire. JKS takes the contact with Grat 4 as they break the run from Mouse.
Excellent work there. Stunning shots from Gratisfaction. It didn't look like that was even possible. He connects with the head twice and absolutely stuns mousesports there. I thought Robs had done everything at that point, but still a few more moments to be played out. JKS dispatches Robs towards the balcony, and then this is where the magic comes through. Frozen probably doesn't even know where he died from there. Unbelievable.
I thought Chris J, by surviving so long and going unchecked for so long, I mean, that was the dream, but woo, Woxic's flying through the air at 1,000,000 miles an hour. Does get himself set up for these T-stairs, and he's holding it actively. He's expecting someone to peek their bottom out from their banana adventures. But slow for now. Jacob wants to swing on that pull from Chris J's nade, but for now, no frags.
Lots of control for 100 Thieves towards B. You can see Gratisfaction setting up the turret, looking at CT spawn. Boost coming in for Carrigan here. He's got the silenced M4s. It's 3 players on the CT side. Ready and waiting towards B. Smoke it out from Jacob. Responds with the HE. Pretty effective.
Yeah, no complaints there from the M4 players. That's for sure.
So making their way back towards B. Execution on the cards here. Molotov new boxes. 2 smokes in. That's all they've really got. Flashes over. Maybe to send the MAC-10 in a little bit ahead of everything just to see if he can find some space. Flashes are good. Chris J scrambling towards the back.
Yeah, but Jacob's already caught one, and so Chris J's the lone wolf, and they're definitely checking Emo this time, Hank. Bomb will shortly be planted, currently loose and in the flames. It will be retrieved by Gratis faction, so that's going in, and it looks like the 3 CTs are accepting, cutting their losses, and preserving the rifles.
Yeah. And that's the right call at this stage. That was actually a pretty efficient execution. The flashbangs were so effective, they had no choice but to try and fall back, tuck themselves in. They couldn't find cover, and the shots land. As 100 Thieves will keep 5 players up here as well. And they're on a bit of a hunt here, Alex. They want to see if they can get a bit more, looking towards CT spawn. And they know they're going to be at the back of the pit, but there's only 1 player there. That's Carrigan. The other 2 are towards T spawn.
So they'll stop in CT. They're not too hungry to go any further, but all 5 will make it out alive. First time we've seen 100 Thieves with all 5 left standing at the victory, extending their lead by 2.
Yeah, this is a very impressive T-side so far. Managed to get that 3-0 start, but now 2 rounds in a row, but 3 weapons saved on the mousesports side. They'll have the AWP for Voxic, and money's actually okay. They'll still have a full buy going into this one, but they'll take a tactical timeout. Allow Regin to get stuck in. He knows there's going to be a few holes to plug. Maybe an opening pick required, maybe a sequence towards a banana area to enable the first pick, or at least deny access for the T side. As we get into round number 9 here. Gratis faction still on the AK-47 with the shots he's hitting so far. Fair play to him. Stay with the rifles. We don't need the AWP just yet. We've got a 5-3 lead.
Yeah, very reserved. That's Regin giving them the last bit of juice. We jump into round 9, our first map of our final series here, the day before the playoffs. Jumping across again, Voxic does have no fear. Not expecting any T-side AWP challenges. Does get an opportunity to take the beret off of Grat's head, but not to be today.
Yeah, I expect him to nail those at this point. It's a very difficult shot, don't get me wrong, but Voxic's a very special player. Carrigan helps himself to his 2nd frag, and he's still towards the bench. Okay, I don't mind this actually, because they seem to know that it's going to drop a smoke, and maybe Carrigan sits in it and hopes for the best at this point, makes his way out. Significant damage toward JKS, but ultimately goes down in the end.
JKS is trying to play the game of survival there. You see Molly bedroom and just try and reposition. 60 seconds. You can see there's a lot of moving parts on the CT side right now. Mouse are re-evaluating. Swapping it out. They'll be leaving Voxic to solo warp B. That makes a whole lot of sense.
It does, considering their utility situation. They've got nothing in terms of smokes. So we'll see. Rops finding an incendiary, but is this going to be enough? It'll be a quad focus here from 100 Thieves. They'll set up the crossfires. They've got enough time to reposition. If Rops can get that incendiary down towards quad just as they commit, I don't think they'll have a very good time here. They're just going to push the smoke. Gratisfaction's got the bomb there.
With 25 seconds, you lose that bomb long. It's terrifying. There's Molotovs, and Rops throws it out just as that looked like the moment to go. Yeah, they did. They swang out, but now just having to respect the Molotov. 15 seconds. Good grief. mousesports, 10 seconds. They just have to hit a couple of shots. The flash is good. Gratisfaction, it's not enough. Frozen Rops, they've done it. They've won the round, and they do it cleanly.
Yeah, very well done there. I said they didn't have much utility at all, but they did have one lone incendiary, and he saw how much time that bought them. 7 seconds, chiseled away from that 15. At that point, they just had the knife out, run towards the site, hopefully get all the shots required, but you can't check every crevice of the bomb site here. What a perfect position from Rops. Catch Liaz jumping up and just continues to apply that pain. No bomb plant at this point. The round was already won at this stage. This was just for style, and Rops is just dripping in it. We'll see round 10 come through, and there's still money here for 100 Thieves, of course, after winning 2 rounds in a row, but crack starting to form now. Galil in the hands of Liaz.
utility about to be thrown. Frozen just keeping that HE for the perfect time, and God, it was perfect. 100 on the nose, and then some more. As Carrigan's nade lands right next to Graz Faction and Liaz. 2 members of 100 Thieves cut down to size before they even get close to a site. Bit of a deviation on what we saw just in that Na'Vi phase series. 3 players towards quad side, no boost involved this time.
Yeah, 3 towards quad is great. It's very efficient, especially if the AWP who can get the initial kill. And the idea is that we're chasing that AWP there. We'll be hoping to catch him on the retreat or someone tucked in underneath the atrium. Chris J just to back up. He'll be focusing towards the apartments here. But Voxic, he's so good on CD side Inferno. He's a great player, generally speaking, but something quite special when he plays quad. He seems to always get it right. The Incendiary allows him to focus towards middle now. 40 seconds on the clock. He just wants to get one and bait his teammate, and he's still got the smoke as well.
Ooh, little unfortunate, the molly and the smoke overlap. Let's see what JK has got in store for us out the balcony, but immediately caught by Rops. Jiggle not working. Voxic, he bides his time and hits his shots. Flash coming in. Rops and Chris J can work off that. Never mind, catches him. A second coming in, though. And the comms is better that time. Slowing them down, and again, 100 Thieves. Their worst enemy is not mousesports, it's the clock.
It's a very good point. As we brought it up, the quad stack from mousesports there enables Voxic to get the first kill, falls back towards the bomb site. Flashes come in, and that's the problem with it. The clock's so low, they're going to dump everything they possibly have on top of you. Flashbang after flashbang, smokes, HGs. You just can't break through. You can see Chris J ready and waiting for them. They've got to come in a pre-fire. Multiple opposition here. Chris J playing like an absolute rock right now. Carrigan swings in from the arch side, and surely going to be the eco for 100 Thieves. Yeah, you can say that again. Just Glocks, no armor, no nades. Full eco here. We're all tied up at 5-5.
The mega eco. The purest of them all. Jumping across.
You hear that one?
Action, yeah. Couldn't hit the tip of the head, but he does clip the heel of Grant on the cross. Doesn't need to fight anymore. He's even got Chris J ready to support him with that Krieg, a very powerful weapon for a fight like that. Unarmored Glocks. 100 Thieves, their intentions here are to keep things as a pack, hoping to overwhelm the Glock. Once those dinks come in, it can get a little overwhelming, and well, not when Chris J and Rops are here. Oh, wow. The meat grinder, not a single boy dies, and we've got ourselves a game. 6-5. That's 3 in a row now from the mousesports defense, all through eliminations. We are not seeing that bomb go down all too often, Henry.
No, we're really not. We'll see whether 100 Thieves can pull their socks up here going to the next round. Already much they could do with this one. Might as well go down together.
Yeah, it's like a kind of a group activity.
Yeah, just running up between 2 massive guns, spraying you down, explosives going off. Just have fun with it. And we'll see the AWP for Voxic once more. Not the same sort of gratification, don't necessarily require on the T side, but the grenade's working out quite nicely here. Always a huge point of contention, the banana area of the map. Carrigan trying to retrieve his teammate here. Throws a grenade towards Logs before he removes himself, but they've already taken significant damage. Chris J and Carrigan down to 60 points of health each. Voxic will be watching middle. Allows them to have 3 players towards B for now. And Carrigan will stay.
Ooh, Chris.
Pretty slow from Chris.
Yeah, very uncharacteristic.
Might have been looking at the radar.
That's a good point. Not something we get to piece together ourselves, but still advantage now for the 100 Thieves. Can they make good on this, though? How's that drawing the blood of Chris J? Free fire from Jacob. He's trying to play with Carrigan, and he actually gets it. 2 phenomenal kills into the site. There's one more, and Frozen. Oh, he's not going down. He's not backing down. He's tucked in the corner, and he's taken all 3. This is impossible. It should not be possible. But Azza, he's done enough to at least slow down what looked to be a mousesports momentum. Hang on, Molly, and a success for Rops.
We'll see what Rops can do with this one. The fuse kit available, bomb yet to be planted. JKS with a grenade available. It might actually do significant damage there, a little bit. Goes for the fake plant, Rops. He knows that allows him to get a bit closer at this point. JKS, 20 seconds. He can knife out towards A still. He'd have to go right now. And off he goes. The race is on, Alex.
He's having a go. And so, Rops, he will have to respect this. He has no clue right now. He's going to hear that sound, and then it's going to be knife out turn for him. 9 seconds. You need 4. 4.5 to be precise. And there it is. No issues.
So, Here we go then. It's up to Robs. Like we said, he's got the kit, but JKS got such a massive advantage. He has no idea. Did he get to apartments? Did he go boiler, pit, graveyard, bomb site? He could be anywhere. He'll have to suss it out by itself.
Yeah, but his reaction time is phenomenal. These young guns, they're made of something else. JKS has to be precise, and of course he is. Gets the crucial second frag of the round from him, but that's more importantly the 6th for 100 Thieves. What does that do to the CTs? Absolutely nothing. I forgot just how much money Mouse managed to accrue over the course of their 3 successful rounds.
Wow, what a very well calculated round that was from JKS after this ridiculous sequence from Frozen as well. He manages to spray 3 of them down. You think surely this is enough. What more does he have to do? Robs gets it in the 1 versus 1 with that incendiary. Allowed JKS to reposition, run back. Bomb down with 1 second to spare, and then it was just a nightmare for Robs. You've got no information. There's just no time to work with. And we'll see 100 Thieves come into the round after winning the previous with the Mac 10s, trying to punish the fact they might not have helmets here. It's Frozen though, looking for another 3-piece. He does get a couple, but is it going to be enough? Maybe not.
Jesus, there's another one. Christian's pushed down, and he's actually caught JKS unawares. What do they do? The bomb does have an opportunity to go down here. It looks like Az is piecing that together. The flash is completely eaten by Christian. That will buy them a little additional time. He's going to try and Molotov, make the process of elimination a little easier. Voxic has the same, but that molly will stop them from pushing on it. All redundant use of their utility, but there's more where that came from. A single flash for Woxic to set up Chris J.
Here it comes. It will be deployed now. Chris J has to swing. I like this from 100 Thieves. This is very smart. You're not going to assume that there's 2 players towards new box at this point. Gratisfaction to set the trap. He'll get the first kill. He might just get both here. He delivers. And now you don't want to show yourself, really, if you're behind that box. That's a really cool idea. You'd normally do that towards Emo. Bait 2 players in, but the fact they did it in new boxes as well, I don't think there was a world where they lost that.
That was really nice thinking, especially because that molly kept them, just bought them that extra time to really think about it, communicate, and it paid off. Second timeout called by Mouse, and that's the first half. Got to get their thinking caps on. Last real saloon for the bye. Kazard as well. Coach of 100 Thieves, of course, close friend and ex-teammate of YNK, who FaZe just fell. It's his turn to try and fly the iNation flag in the Spodek. 7-6, though.
100 Thieves are doing a very good job here. 2 rounds in a row. But as you mentioned before, the money just in a great position for mousesports. They do have 1 final buy here, lacking a lot of utility. I wouldn't be surprised where Voxy takes matters into his own hands here. They're very good at run boosting on this map. I can see if that play comes through, like launching him across, looking towards T-steps. Instead, though, Carrigan's just going to be rushing down towards that bench position once more. And he wants a bit more of the action. The flashbang comes in from Chris J. He's got the first kill. They've smoked off T-steps. Carrigan ideally needs to get the hell out of it. He's going to run towards B. There's a player coming from the underpass as well, so he needs to be careful. But he's got away with them. What's happened there? I couldn't tell you. Voxic was standing top of middle with his knife out and just got taken down. He was flashed, but he didn't move. He just stood there with the knife out. That was a little bit weird.
Yeah, a little bit of a disconnect.
Maybe I missed a detail, but that's what looked to happen there. The knife out, no movement.
Perhaps. Moving now towards the top of Banana to contest it. As the molly fades. Carrigan going to get boosted up by Chris J, and the cavalry to B has arrived, but that's exactly what 100 Thieves were hoping would happen. They've now managed to divide the CTs in a happy 50-50. They have the numbers advantage coming into the site, so it's just a question of execution.
Frozen and Robs. Voxy just timed out. So yeah, something happened there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it wasn't just me. So I was like, am I digging him out for no reason?
No,
Like
we've worked it out, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's 2 Carrigans in the server right now.
So, flash attack from the apartments. 3 make their way through. Flash does nothing for Frozen. He only gets the 1 though, but there's still a player towards the pit. That's going to be Robs. Good for 1. Make it 2 as Gratisfaction, last player remaining 10 seconds here. Has to recover the bomb, get 3 kills. Not going to happen. Very convincing finish there for mousesports. They're looking comfortable here, and the pace is starting to drop off for 100 Thieves.
Woxic, a little mad. Chris J, a bit of Schadenfreude, laughing at his teammates' misery.
Well, they still won the round, I suppose.
Exactly.
Not the end of the world.
I imagine there was probably a comment of the ilk of, still don't need you, Woxic, we can do it without you.
Well, that is fortunate after that happening. It happens every now and then there's been some historic rounds that come to memory where a player has dropped out and it has cost them the round, and it's a massive deal. If you win the round there and it's going to round number 15, your money's still going to be there. They can presumably recover the AWP and give it to him. So I suppose all is well. We'll see it go to the final round here. It's going to make sure Voxic is in and ready. He's had his fair share of technical issues over the years. Seems to be played with them.
Yeah. I know. I remember the mouse gate of Berlin.
Yeah, that was the...
Never forget.
He's probably sick of it at this point.
Yeah, exactly. Why me? Hoping to get him back in the server shortly.
So, final round coming up.
You won't see the mouths moving, of course. A reminder, technical timeouts. You haven't seen so many, so you may have forgotten. But absolute silence required.
Not from us.
No,
although we could do that.
I mean, the silence from me is just as I continue to try and think about how this series could possibly play out. I mean, yes, 100 Thieves have struggled versus a couple of opponents at this tournament. We saw them fall to G2. 2-0 fashion, no less. Victories versus Tyloo and Evil Geniuses brought them here. And admittedly, mousesports put up a better fight versus G2, but still fell to the international roster that has been making waves here in Katowice.
Final purchase in from 100 Thieves. 1 Krieg, the Galil, 3 pistols. Very basic utility as well. We'll see Frozen looking for a challenge here. They'll be thrown around the corner with that flashbang. He'll definitely have a peek. JKS holding right back. Carrigan at the barrels, joined by Frozen. So they've had to expend a couple of bits of utility there with the smoke at the bottom, but they have full control. Confirmed there's no one on the other side. Flash from Grap. Does catch Carrigan and dissuade him from his position. Knocks him off his perch. 4 players of our helmets on the T side here. So those M4s is going to chew through them.
And that's aggressive with Carrigan rocking the M4A1, and he does tap away, but Frozen, his greed, could potentially lose them the round. He wanted the frag, but now he's just got a 50 caliber bullet lodged in his skull. Woxic doing everything he can, and he's got more than enough. A double, a triple. Woxic, phenomenal way to end the half. Mousesports, well, definitely need Woxic for that one.
That was insane. What a way to close things out. He just got kicked off the server, and he puts his foot on the throat of 100 Thieves towards the end of that half. It's 8-7. We're going to go catch our breath. We'll be back with the second half very shortly.
Yeah, we are going to throw it over to Stunner, who's awaiting us at the desk.
Thank you very much, Alex. Thank you very much, Henry. And yes, we all do love exactly what we're watching right now. Counter-Strike. It's what brought us all here. But for the time being, I've been tasked with something very, very special and I guess very interesting in a lot of ways. That I've prepared this. So I'll just read from the card, if you wouldn't mind. The Intel Extreme Masters Katowice 2020 will drive on, and we will complete this Masters Championship. However, I regret to inform you, the viewer at home, that the public or in-arena audience, that has been canceled. That, for the time being, until further notice, has been canceled. These are interesting times, but esports will power on. It will take a lot more than some coronavirus to stop this esports train. So save your Fs in chat for whoever loses the final. And for now, let's return to this 100 Thieves versus mousesports game.
Telling us what we can do, but here we are, showing them, making them wish they were you. We've heard the most when it comes to this, yeah, every shade of blue, but don't even care what they'll say. They think we're out of control, yeah, truth be told, we know it, it's just the way we live, we own it. Stop, we love the thrill, we know it. It's just the way we live. We're grown-up kids. We love the thrill. They're just the way we live. We own it. 'Cause that we love the thrill. We know it. It's just the way we live. We're grown-up kids. It's just the way we live. We know it. It's just the way we live. We own it. 'Cause that we love the thrill. We know it. It's just the way we live. We're grown-up kids. We're grown-up kids. We gon' turn up in this place and come alive.
Difficult for Stunner to deliver that message, and a little extra message from us as well is that Carmack will be providing additional information on the situation coming into the playoffs after this game, after this map, I should specify. So do stay tuned for that. Of course, IEM is his heart and soul, so I'm sure that's not going to be easy to watch.
Certainly not. We will continue with this series and try and keep ourselves in a good mood, high spirits.
I think I should apologize and explain. If someone's been tuning into this half and is wondering why I'm just sitting there in silence, that's my bad. I have let that kind of bleed into my mindset.
We got the news just before this went live.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it hasn't been the easiest half to get through. We're going to do our best now to
at a
focus.
minimum, but we need to remember it's all about the Counter-Strike at the end of the day, and that's what these players are here for. They came here to prove that they are the best, and there's no way to do that than beating the rest.
Well, here we go then, Alex. It's going to be a fast approach from Jacob. He is looking to challenge Chris J here. Only one round separates these two teams. 100 Thieves on the CT side now. Looking for that banana control. This won't be a B execution like we've seen a couple of times today. Flashbang over the top of Halfwall, and it's going to be Chris J to challenge. He's only got the Glock in hand. As up, rotates over towards B. We've got JKS and Jacob waiting for Az's arrival. This CZ towards the boiler room. Came into fashion in 2019. We're seeing it more and more these days. A couple of kills available at close range proximity.
Yeah, I saw Grad's faction get a triple kill from this exact spot, and he's already got off to a flying start. Rops beheaded and only 2 bullets expended from that CZ. Limited ammo, so that's something. Grad can continue to rack up the kills if they step into his crosshair. And here comes number 2. Walks it gone, and here comes a potential third. Carrigan wins the duel. But Grad's faction, he makes that CZ work. 2 early kills. What can you do with the remaining pieces? Carrigan thinking about it. Looks like B is the letter at the tip of his tongue.
Well then, Chris J. They've got a battle away and towards B. They've got no utility now, and one by one they will go down. A very clean finish there from 100 Thieves. 4 players survive. JKS with a couple of frags, and Grad's faction impressing us with that CZ especially. You can see how effective that is. It manages to spam away, take off heads, and it's very good at being scrappy in those close range positions. So well done to him. Here's the replay of the first shot. Great one as well. Robs didn't see that coming. Moves out of the boiler room. Catches Voxic as well. Just great work all around. JKS, you can see they had no smoke for spawn. They're jumping in one by one. Maybe could have done a bit more with that considering there was time remaining. But there we go. mousesports will give the round up. 100 Thieves to get the MP9s out. FAMAS there for Jacob. And we do have a 4 spy for the international squad here. We've got Desert Eagles across the board. A couple of smokes and flashbangs at Molotov. And it's going to be a timeout here.
Okay.
I'm not sure if this is a tactical one. We will find out. It looks like there's the admin there. Voxic up to his usual tricks.
No, not this time. I'm seeing Frozen's doing some gymnastics at the back as well. Some yoga, perhaps. But it does seem like, yeah, Voxic, he's up to his usual hijinks. Poor guy seems to be the main member of Mouse plagued by these issues, but timeout does mean that 100 Thieves can stew in how they plan to handle this round. Of course, the call will have been made prior to that timeout, likely, so...
Look at the console. I don't think there's any information available. It looks like
a monitor.
it's a monitor situation here. So the
unplugging the power cable now, looking good.
Seconds.
Looking good as the second cable, looking for the stand. They need to pull this off, and adjusting. Voxic not going to be assaulted by the monitor. Looking good for the quick change, though. Do have the DisplayPort cable. Gonna have to see that inserted swiftly.
Nice work from the engineers there.
Beautiful work.
And that's going to be the monitor back on. So whatever the issue was, the monitor, it's being switched out. Monitor bug, apparently. They're replacing it, and we'll be back underway very shortly. You might have to calibrate a few settings. That could take just a minute or two. We'll see if this is where we can get back into the action. Remember, this is the force by now from mousesports. And you want Voxy to feel comfortable. He's hitting some ridiculous shots in that first half, so you want to see more of that.
Yeah, he needs to make sure that his digital vibrance is so high, everyone's got a tan, and your eyes are slightly bleeding. Perfect.
They're enjoying themselves there.
Yeah. And of course, meditation's an option. JKS was considering it. Inferno, our first map in this series, but if you didn't quite catch the veto...
I didn't catch the veto, you know?
Well, you know
Let's
what?
have a look.
I'm glad you said, because Dust 2 is going to be up next. That's the choice of mousesports, and should we need it, it's Nuke. Mouse were presented with the option of Mirage or Nuke and opted for the latter. I'm really enjoying Nuke games recently. Like, I'm a convert. I've been a bit of a Nuke hater. I'm going to be real.
What
I
did
haven't
you
said
hate
it out
about
loud
it?
before. I was bad at it.
Okay.
That's pretty much where it stems from. But also watching it, like, the game did feel rather stale. Like, it was often a lot of the same stuff. But since it kind of syncs up with the removal of cash and more teams forced to play it, we've talked about it once, we'll talk about it again.
Yeah.
It really has become somewhat of a favorite of mine.
No, I like it as well. I think that the variations we're seeing on the T side and the fact it's not such a CT stomp these days, it's actually a lot of fun to see the mind games, the wall of smoke variations, getting players down towards secret, vent dives, getting control of ramp and players understanding how that part of the map really works and how to get the most out of it. It is turning into a fun one to watch for sure. Between these two teams, it'll be a great game.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens on Inferno first, though. We're going to have the MP9s out, remember, and it is the second round of our first map here in the best of three. This one is picked by 100 Thieves. They have themselves the Desert Eagles on the mousesports side, looking to answer back. A very difficult round still, but with the Desert Eagles, mousesports are very well versed at this particular pistol.
Yep, nades caught by Chris J. Both of them frozen, however. The first one in, and there is no trade potential. So just an early advantage seized by Jacob. They tuck themselves back into the site, keeping them that distance. That is an advantage you have in rounds like this. Yes, admittedly, the Deagle, but very easy to hit those panic Deags up close. You've got Jacob on that Z-axis, JKS to try and bait them in. He's getting a little too flustered with his utility, perhaps, because Carrigan's hit one. JKS, the last stalwart defender of B, and he's gone. Rops makes sure of that. Grat caught off. Carrigan choosing to push through the smoke, and now they've got an advantage, and likely the round. They're so heavily damaged, but I'm not sure 100 Thieves are going to be able to know that.
I don't think they can even consider going for it at this point. They're smoked out. They've only got those MP9s. They're actually just going to be holding on to those by the looks of things here. So it is going to be mousesports with 4 players up, somehow making it work. Carrigan's Desert Eagle towards Banana area. Like, there's something going on there. He always seems to find a couple of kills. He did it yesterday completely blind. He got 2. Yeah. He's doing it again today. Like I said, his individual form, like, say what you will about Carrigan historically, the last 6 months, like, he's been impressive. He's looked decent. He's playing up to his role. Yeah. He's calling well. They lifted like 5 trophies towards the end of last year. Like, this is great to see.
Yeah, and say what you want about Carrigan, but mousesports did win a tournament without him at the end, the grand finals.
That's a good point, yeah.
He was actually on a plane when they lifted that trophy.
How insane was that?
Oh, yeah. That was a harrowing loss.
So they'll save the MP9s. Azir and Liaz, that is, and we'll see what kind of force buy comes in. It pretty much has to be a force buy because you've got $1,500 on JKS and Gratisfaction. Even with the lost bonus coming in next round, you still won't have enough to buy, so you might as well do what you can with these Desert Eagles and armor.
What a shot that was. The first one just immediately takes Jacob's power position out of play. JKS, he hears the cue, throws the nade, baited perfectly by mousesports. They advance and they retract. $300 squandered, and heavy advantage for Mouse into this one. Not a single long rifle available. Just the pocket SMGs. Grat, Molotov'd out, but he might be able to tuck in time. That's some survival at least, but eventually found. Good flashbang from Liaz to deter.
Opening frag found. Still a chance for 100 Thieves. They have the incendiaries. We've seen the clock run out a lot today. mousesports need to be careful. But you can see they're being assertive. They've made a move of conviction over towards the B side of the map. I think they're going to go for this smoke spawn. Get yourselves in with the advantage. You can pretty much guarantee you're going to have a massive chance of taking this round. JKS was sitting in the smoke with the Desert Eagle. Doesn't work out for him. Desperately spraying through the smoke. Jacob will inflict no damage. I think they've got to save again. MP9s, they've saved 2 of them before, now 3. So I guess the numbers are going up, just not in the way you'd like, perhaps.
Yeah, no. These MP9s aren't even a guarantee to be saved. Look at that warning shot.
8 damage.
Sounded good.
It sounded great. Straight to the face. So is that, though. Chris J opens up a ding towards Liaz and Azza. I think he gets his frag, which he does. So there it is. He'll be able to upgrade to a FAMAS at least, but we'll see whether that's going to have a massive knock-on effect. I don't think it will. The round is going in favor of mousesports, who seem to be getting on their feet at this point. They've lost the pistol, but they've won that second round force fight, and against the third as well, they fend off 100 Thieves. So this has to be the full eco now. For the Australians, they're going to save an MP9 potentially, maybe not, as Voxic will be ready and waiting. Double digits for mousesports, and at this point, full eco. Can't even buy much more than a flashbang, to be honest with you. There it is. Azza will get it. And this is what we'll do. You can either like stack towards the top or middle of the mouth villas and have a footsteps flash over, or you can just wait outside of the banana area on the B side. Same sort of thing. Flash over, 4 people swing round.
It's a classic.
It does work. Like 1 in 20 times, this will win a round.
Yeah, because you've got these JKS, Azza, Jacob, all with their crosshairs poised to hit those dinks. That's the flash he plans to throw.
So it's towards B this time. Like they might get a kill out of this, but it's not. Oh, Chris is just going up.
Whoa.
He just dropped his AK.
He was trying to bait and switch, pulls them back, and Frozen, he's happy to collect with the Mac 10.
That was almost a disaster.
Could have gone wrong.
The flashbang got everyone. You can see Chris laughing about it. He's like, okay, yep, won't do that again. Lesson learned.
Had they had nades, right? I guess the idea was just to make sure if there was one half wall, he could bait the nades and not give them the rifle. But yeah, interesting choice from Chris J. Fortunately, he's got Frozen, who with some great spray control, admittedly. I don't think he lets go after the second frag. He just keeps spraying into the third. Round 20, 11-8 favoring Mouse. They have started to really find their pace. 3 of the 4 rounds of play in this second half have gone their way, and this is 100 Thieves' best shot in a while to take one back.
Carrigan at the very top of Banana. First map here. Remember, this is picked by 100 Thieves as well. This should be huge if mousesports take it, and they've had to fight for this lead. The pistol round felt like it was theirs in the first half. 100 Thieves have been scrappy. They've managed to get themselves back out of impossible situations.
It's a really good word for them.
We'll see whether these FAMASs and the M4s, with no kits, just to know that, can fend off a fully equipped mousesports here. Kriegs, AKs, still with 2 smokes, flashes, and Molotovs. Going for that mid control. In terms of the defense, it's Gratisfaction at the top. He's got a gap in the smoke to work with. And HE as well, we can deploy that now. That'd be fantastic. Instead, the gap. Oh, it eludes him. Might get the kill the HE.
Not as much damage as I was expecting. It's down to Liaz's sprays. Bit wild, bit scrappy, to use your word. And now Carrigan's into the site. Where is his team, though? They're locked out on hay bales. Liaz, he's playing around the smoke. He could perhaps catch Rops, but too quick on the trigger. The Estonian finds a crucial frag. Now this round should be Mouse's. And backing away to save. Yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense. Close. But Azza, excuse me, it wasn't Azza. Who was playing in the, it was Gratisfaction that was on the FAMAS that couldn't quite exploit that gap.
No, it looked like it was really set up for him there. I feel like there was definitely one kill at the start, but unfortunately this didn't connect. Can be a pretty wild weapon if it gets out of control, and we will find ourselves with just the one kill there. That was found by Liaz, but that's not going to be quite enough, I'm afraid. mousesports starting to look very convincing here as Inferno starts to unravel for the Thieves. They will save M4s and a FAMAS, so not all is lost here, but that's going to be their 4th round in a row they give up. Lost bonus building for sure. With 3 weapons, they'll be okay for another buy here. No hunting going on as they cower towards the B side of the map. mousesports starting to extend their lead, stretching their legs, and asserting their dominance.
Those 3 preserved rifles. GKS on that FAMAS, and I was talking about this earlier, but yeah, it does seem like the FAMAS is getting a whole lot less love than the Galil. Of course, good reason for that would be the T side as well. Nice, cheap, powerful rifle, given this T economy advantage. Round 21, looks like we're charging straight up towards some early nades and banana. No one home, just JKS solo B to start things off.
Gratisfaction saving up the pennies for that AWP. Here's with the CZ here. He can expend a little bit more cash, considering he just needs the rifle going forward. They will have maximum loss bonus. Fnatic smoke deployed in front of the bomb site, just to try and bait out whatever utility they have on that side of the map. It looks like a full execution will be coming in regardless. Rops, though, he loves these sort of plays. He is always lurking around the apartments, backstabbing sometimes, and just holding the rotations off at others. Contact play looking kind of likely here. They're just going straight in.
Yeah, Az's a bit late, and he's already lost his teammate. That could be enough.
I think it is. You really do have to say it again in these ones. Yeah, and Azza knows it. At least they've made that call, because they go for that one, it's going to fall apart very quickly. This is mousesports calling a pretty much perfect game at this point. Like, that one smoke, just to ruffle their feathers a little bit, actually looked a bit like a fake. They actually weren't really convinced they were coming in off that. Then the contact play off the back of it, the Fnatic smoke down, really difficult to contain when you're on this weak buy as well. You've got no utility to really flash over and push and see what's going on. And we'll see ourselves at a 13-8 scoreline. This is really warming up to be a great game, but it's dropping off at this point. But they are saving cash at least. They are keeping those weapons up. And when Gratisfaction gets his AWP out, that will be the final chance.
I mean, I was about to say that. Just as I saw Rops hover over Grat's name, I was like, we haven't seen a lot of that CT AWP.
No, he's still got a chance to cause some destruction here. Rops seeing it as a player towards the brave up position. 13-8. So Gratisfaction, he can now afford the big green sniper rifle. Voxer gave us a bit of a masterclass on what he can do with the weapon. See whether it can be replicated here. Grat does get given the AWP.
And at these kind of stages in the game, I do like to check in with the utility damage, but there isn't too much for the 100 Thieves. A contrast with mousesports, with 3 players over 180. In fact, 300 from Chris J.
Yeah, well, he's the banana player. It's not his first rodeo. He's had a few experiences of pushing down there, getting those incendiaries in the perfect position with the HEs as well. Garrigan leading the charge here.
Hello.
This is one of their textbook plays, especially when they have a Mac 10. They love just launching one player up and seeing what can be done. We're going to have Garrigan, Chris J pushing through. Good trade. That's the definition of a trade, really. We'll see that. Good spacing, making sure you pounce on the chance to actually get the kill right away. We'll see now Carragher get towards the moped.
Just maintain that advantage. Through the smoke he goes. Gratisfaction, he had that up. I don't think he even got to use a single bullet.
I think you're right.
Oh, and this round comes tumbling down. All too familiar circumstances for the Oceanic squad.
Their confidence is just peaking right now. You don't see many plays like that. It's very effective, but it's all about timing and gut feelings there. Going through the smoke is unexpected, and you can see Gratisfaction, like, he had no idea that was even coming. One player dies at Arch, and there's no time to even communicate. They could push the smoke and kill you from the back. Like,
it could happen.
No one's thinking about that. Like, it's normally you get those kills, most people put the brakes on, because they're like hitting all their shots right now, super confident, just feeling it, and like out-dueling them in pretty much every instance. Like, that's when you start to look unstoppable on the T side. We'll see now. Money just looking unreal for mousesports. 4 players at 5 digits. Chris J not far behind on 6 grand. As a Molotov towards B flashes over. JKS. Oh, he's in trouble here.
Oh,
that could be up.
Yeah, I mean, I was about to say, like, you need a confidence booster. And charging down Banana and finding an early double kill would have been exactly that. However, in stark contrast, being slowed by a nade and burning in a Molotov and bullets from a smoke, it's a nasty way to go. They do have Banana control, though, and a 2-2 split of their remaining resources.
So what's the reply here? Gratisfaction has the glass cannon AWP. Couple of flashes to their name. They still have 2 smokes. And it's going to be the 3 players out of the apartments again. We saw an attempt from this 100 Thieves. Didn't really work out. Can mousesports show them how it's done? Gratisfaction's starting to hit some shots now. Azza will pipe in as well. It's going to be a big spray down. 3 on 2. Make it 2 on 1.
Gosh. Like 6 frags in 4 seconds now, Woxic. Managed to get out. He's going to make some noise. Oh, the shot. Did it really confuse Liaz that much? It did look like he had, but now the extra shots are enough for him to find the view over the smoke. Big catch, and that's 100 Thieves, a necessity if they want to stay competitive here on Inferno. This was their map pick, Henry, and it bears repeating considering the scoreline.
Yeah, absolutely true. And remember, 100 Thieves have won both pistols as well here.
Oh God, yeah.
And it's starting to look a little bit grim, but some signs of life here with the big spray down. Liaz had the work for this one. As you notice, when Voxy drops down the balcony there, if you fire the bullet, you get the timing correct, you can kind of silence your drop down, but it was kind of obvious what he was up to there. Liaz, using the smoke, managed to get a bit of a one-way there, and he will close out the round as we go for a tactical timeout on the mousesports side. Knowing they've got a lot of money, they just want to make sure they have the perfect game plan here to close things out. One round, do it before 100 Thieves can get into double digits, and they'll discuss their options at this point. If they can just win this one, get map point, there'll be no money left on the CT side. They'll be in a very difficult spot. They've already had to save so many weapons. They don't want to do that anymore.
Looks like a tech timeout will be called, so do hold your horses. If you have horses, hold them. If you don't have horses, just wait. Chill.
Wait until you get some.
Yeah, maybe. You're going to get horses when you retire, Hank? You told me once upon a time.
I'm going to go for alpacas, I think, or llamas.
I've heard good things about alpacas. Why have I heard good things?
They're really fluffy and cute, and they kind of this friendly. So they're smaller versions of llamas.
Do the alpacas spit, or is that just llama exclusive?
I believe they do, but only when they're like kind of mad, I think. Like, as long as you're nice to them, I think they're cool.
All right, so be nice to alpacas.
Yeah, I went to an alpaca farm once, and had a great time.
Did you?
I did.
Did you meet any particular? Is there a particular alpaca that stands out to you?
I've got photos at home. Maybe I can dig them out one day, and
Yeah.
I'll send them to you. We can maybe I'll just take you to an alpaca farm one day. You can see it for yourself.
Alpaca wool is ridiculously soft.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh my goodness! Imagine cuddling a warm, alive one. That's what I am anyway.
I haven't cuddled one. I've stroked one, but I don't know. Maybe next time.
Maybe next time. Talking of utility damage on your screens, you can see the stark contrast. The CT side is going to start building up. Of course, more rounds that mousesports have had on the CT side will lead to more utility damage numbers, but those numbers are going up for Chris J. He's done an additional 80 since I last checked in from the T side. 370 now. Looks like the tech timeout is back in business, and so it's time to find the conclusion of Inferno. It's our first map of our final series of our last group stage day. Playoffs around the corner tomorrow, and only one of these teams can book a spot.
It's a very good point. We're getting to that stage of the tournament now. And here we go. Could be the final couple of rounds, and mousesports keep this sort of form up. Managed to get 6 rounds in a row before 100 Thieves could finally answer back. But now, got the weaponry. They don't have the AWP, that's for sure. But we'll see if Froze wants to go for this smoke here.
They're feigning it, but not going on it. The flash and the smoke to extinguish the Molotov is suggesting they're much further up Banana than they are. Wonder if that draws out any additional CT utility. Jacob and Az are holding their ground. So Chris J smoking towards the long side. And Brackets is theirs. Gratz Faction's hearing these steps. He's tucked in on the site. He doesn't have his AWP. Poor guy hasn't had much of a chance to use his signature weapon this half.
No, that's a very good point. I think he's only been able to fire off a couple of shots, to be honest with you. One of them was successful, the other didn't land. Now with the FAMAS. Had to opt for the utility instead. His team were desperate for it. Carrigan smoked down towards Library. Start to thread the needle towards CT spawn. He's confirmed that this area is now clear. Does he go for this smoke again?
He is playing mind games. He is playing mind games. Another smoke, but this time it's from the CTs. He chooses to use it, and no attention drawn. That was enough for Chris to find the first. Liaz falls as well. mousesports look like a well-oiled machine, and so do I after some baby.
That's actually an amazing call. Like the mid-round call there, did you see all the attention that was being focused towards Carrigan's side there? He's got a smoke down. They have no vision, right? So they don't know the numbers on that side. They just know he's got towards Arch. They're having to keep one eye on that side of the map regardless. Carrigan busts through just as his teammates pincer as well. They don't even get a shot off on the CT side. And again, they have to save 3 M4s here as they find map points on the mousesports side. they're making this look easy.
We are seeing much more of an influx of that decision-making of molly or smoke. Like that choice from the CTs there to smoke the presence from Carrigan. They knew there was something, there was a threat there. The smoke, typically, people would consider enough. But now, with the ways mousesports are playing this, it has to be a Molotov if you aren't going to be addressing it. If you aren't going to have eyes on it, you have to have the flame on the floor. 15-9.
So I assume a tactical timeout here. There's no point not to, I suppose, at this stage. 100 Thieves looking a little bit dejected there. They've had their fair share of impressive rounds as well. It's not like they didn't get going. They had the great start. But now it's all grinding to a halt. M4 saved 3 of them, and enables them to buy once again. With that maximum loss bonus, and they're going to send 3 players towards B, looking to challenge. Grenades exchanged, and it looks like it will be mousesports who will get the advantage. Azza down very low indeed. Frozen committed through the flames. He did get hit by JKS.
JKS isn't done.
I think he gets another one here.
Oh, he's so low, and it was the full HP Frozen. Not the low HP Christian. He even gets away, Hank. That's a dream.
Yeah, they were too focused on pulling their grenades out and mollying him in there. They actually enabled him to get back. They've just had the line on the molly, dropped that. I think they've just swung around the AKs. They get the kill.
Look at the boost. Oh, it could be great, but the smoke. Rops has just got a perfect path. Oh, and mousesports, just the toes of Chris J exposed enough to get the first. 2 remain, but Rops has slipped the net. There could be more twists in this round yet, Henry.
That's a sick smoke. It creates a little path there. You get to sneak up without anyone being... And none the wiser. We'll see if Gratisfaction's flashbang will work out. Rops is in CT spawn. You can see they've got an inkling that not everything is quite right. Where is Rops? He usually is lurking towards the apartment, but this time he's checking out the library.
Gratisfaction does seem to be thinking about it now. He has the headshot spot. Rops, no stranger to a headshot. He got the shot. Down to 13. Grat has done some of the work for Liaz, but it's all onto him now. Woxic stepping into the site if he gets this nade right. Rops on the dome, finished off by Liaz's bullets. 3 versus 1 as the rotate now starts to come in. He's flashed in the open, will tuck in, and a bomb plant does seem to be coming in safe and sound, but he's exposed. And 100 Thieves live to see round 26.
They absolutely will. Going to need 5 more in a row now to take us to overtime. Certainly possible on the CT side of Inferno, but they'd need to get 2 or 3 now just to start breaking the money down before we can start thinking about that. There's going to be a couple more very healthy buys coming from mousesports. But nice work here. Good recovery. That was a nice idea from mousesports. A little path they created to sneak up towards the arch side. Voxic, I feel like if he held that position towards live, he might have got Azza, but regardless, he's trying to get the bomb down for an extra bit of money. The battle begins at Banana once again. A river of flames is formed and Chris J is drowning. Down to 46. And for now, his teammates will save and the smoke will extinguish the flames and back into the default we go. The battle is over. CTs do not have vision of Banana, but it's actually mousesports falling back and coordinating themselves for another A execution. They've got great ones as well. They can segregate the entire bomb site, focus on the pit. They look likely to go for that flash attack towards the apartments again with 3 out. They could do a dribble smoke that gives them access towards a pit as well. That's like sometimes the most basic approach, 1 flash and going with it. This can actually work out very well.
Yeah, he strafes straight into the cover of the hay bales. It doesn't feel like a power position when they exploit it like this. And Gratisfaction's only allowed 1. Rops takes 2. It's not about being allowed, he steals it. Azza could not tuck into library in time. JKS desperately trying to keep the Inferno dream alive, but it looks like mousesports T's side, it's just been so well coordinated. They steal the Thieves map pick away.
Unless there's some sort of a miracle waiting. JKS and Jay can create a tower. And unless they get a kill now, this ain't happening. Last round, going to go for it, and it will be the map going in favor of mousesports here. A really strong T side. You can see how well oiled they are, as you mentioned. Their strategies are perfect. Their individual form is peak.